Yay! All right, let's try this, my friends. Third time's a charm. It's only 9 o'clock at night, right? We're just gonna specialize in all of the late night, late the night owls. How's that? My good gosh. So I have been messing around, well, not really messing around, but doing a lot of updates and then StreamYard did a whole weird update, and I'm not a big fan of StreamYard, by the way, so I have not been happy, but they've changed their whole like outlook of things. And then I some of you may know that I have a new assistant. So my daughter is helping me. And so we had to get her access to everything. And she, we had to, change passwords and all that stupid crap. And it literally, I think, just messed everything up when it comes to trying to stream. So that was my issue. It was streaming to my personal page, and I'm like, why am I not showing up on Facebook? What the hell is going on? So, but we worked it out. We're good. I can see all your comments. I think we're golden. We're starting a little bit later, but I honestly wasn't even gonna do a live tonight, just because I've got so much going on and so much coming up. And I thought, I just didn't know if I was feeling well. I've been having some medical stuff that nothing serious, but serious enough that it's put me in a lot of pain and trying to get that figured out. And like, oh goodness. So you guys just feel lucky I made it tonight. How's that? Because I almost gave up. So, I swear technology and me just are not the best of friends some days, but this really honestly was not my fault. Hang on one second, my friends. I'm not going to mess with anything, I promise, but God forbid something happen. This is the right one. So I'm going to just fix my Wi-Fi. So let's see here. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Okay, we are on Facebook. Fabulous. So I guess we're good. We're golden. At least we're gonna hope so. We're gonna cross our fingers. Oh my gosh, seriously. Okay, I think, yeah, we're good. Okay, all right, guys. I think we have figured it out, and my apologies for the runaround, and I had to, restart and end the last one. Good gosh, I swear. Oh, man, back, back in the day, right? I mean, it was one of those things where you just, you didn't have this kind of technology, right? Just pick up the phone and, wasn't it fun when you did like your three-way calling? I'm totally aging myself. So the young generation probably is like, what the hell is she talking about? But, where you would have party lines and you'd all get on and thought that was so cool. So now it's like, oh no, we're way more advanced, right? But anyway, welcome. Hi guys. So I know that we want to get right down into the good stuff, so I'll try to make this beginning part quick, but I needed to make sure I got this and shared this stuff out there, because really I wanted to do the live tonight to do readings, of course, but I also wanted to do the live tonight because next week I will be in Gettysburg, and be doing my big event in Gettysburg, and I'll be super busy for that week's time ish, and I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about what's going to be going on there, in case you're out in that area, or if you just want to happen to go out and come and see me in Gettysburg. But just wanted to share some exciting things, plus what's coming up here in Utah. So now, I usually do my shout outs, but for sake of time, I'm going to just say thank you everybody for being here. So I love it. I see lots of people that are new. If you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is my crazy life of trying to, start early, start on time. And, I don't know if you guys are aware that we're about ready to be in, if not already in, Mercury retrograde. So anytime Mercury retrograde starts to happen, if you know much about it, it really is where, things can go completely just wonky. So, but we got it to work tonight. Better late than never. So, all right, a couple things really quick. So if you are here in Utah, or Salt Lake area, or wherever, if you're close, I have my event at Redemption Bar and Grill on Saturday. So I will be at Redemption Bar and Grill Saturday at 6:30 to 8:30 is my event time. Doors open at 6. It is a 21 and older event. Bring your picture ID. And you can come early if you want and hang out and hit the different floors. If you've never been to Redemption Bar and Grill, it's a fun place. They've got different floors with different themes. They have a tiki room that's at the top, and they open it up and you can look out over the valley. It's really cool. They have great food and they have yummy drinks. So come out, and full bar, full menu will be available. When you come to the door, now you do have to have tickets before. So it is a ticketed event, pre-ticket event. So you can get tickets on my website, which is mini-medium.com. So mini-medium.com. And I can post it in the comments here too. And the tickets, you'll find the event section is super easy to navigate. Go to the Redemption event that is this Saturday. And like I said, 6:30 to 8:30. And we're going to be just, we had a couple birthdays we're going to be celebrating and just having a good time. And I actually, last I talked to my daughter, I am almost sold out. So it's one that I say you gotta jump on it quick. Usually I'm pretty good about being able to let people in last minute that come through the door, but the way this one is kind of looking, we may not be able to even do that. So if you're interested in coming, go get your tickets. They're only $33 a person, and that gets you into the event. It's about a 2.5 hour time where I will be walking around and channeling your loved ones that have crossed over, channeling your loved ones in spirit, maybe doing little personal readings, depending on how that goes. I mean, I never know from event to event, which is what I love. So then, like I said, order food, come early. There is not a bad seat. I walk around the whole area, but I say come early so that you can order food and drinks and all that good stuff. So, definitely come and see me. I love it. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Celeste. I love it. I just posted on the Harriman Happenings page, and a lot of people went on. And I think just from the time I posted on the Harriman Happening page till I really I don't know, okay, about 20 minutes, I think like 5-6 tickets were sold. So it was awesome. So yes, come see me and come have a good time. I know it's 21 and older. So if you're not 21 or you can't bring someone because they're not, I'm sorry. There will be an all age event coming soon. So keep that in mind and watch for that. All this stuff is posted on my website, and any upcoming things and whatnot. So now next week, to think, process in my brain all this. So next week, Wednesday, I will be in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and I will be at Ghost City Tours. So if you've never heard of Ghost City Tours, they are amazing. They're an incredible franchise, I believe. And yeah, I think they're franchise, and they're all around the US. They are, nationwide, and they conduct tours, right, for paranormal investigations and haunted haunted places. And when we went last year to Gettysburg, we went and did a tour with Ghost City, and amazing tour. And we did the late night one. We actually took my 12-year-old daughter, and she loved it. But she loves ghost hunting. She's actually going on a ghost hunt with me Thursday night next week, which we're both super excited to go and do a little paranormal investigating. But she loved it. It was amazing, and amazing people there. They're so nice and so accommodating, and just like so knowledgeable about the history of Gettysburg. So I highly suggest that wherever you go and visit, if it's something you enjoy doing, go on a tour. Even if you don't do a ghost hunting, I believe they just do regular tours and stuff like that. But so Wednesday night, they Ghost City Tours in Gettysburg so graciously, and I feel so honored, invited me to be there, to come to their store Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. or later, just depending on the crowd and the things that, whatever happens, right? We just throw it out there. But I'll be there from 5 to 9 doing pictures, autographs, and also readings. So I'll be doing about 20-minute little mini private readings, and just enjoying the energy that that Gettysburg brings. It's incredible. If you've never been to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, I highly suggest that you make it on your bucket list to go. It's incredible, and I cannot wait to go back. And matter of fact, I don't know if you guys will be able to see, I got my nails done today, and you guys are going to laugh, but I literally, I spelled Gettysburg with my nails. I don't know if you guys can see. It's kind of hard to see the where. Oh, yep, because I'm kind of backwards here, so I guess I'd have to do this maybe. Anyway, trust me, it says Gettysburg on my bright pink nails. I thought, how silly and fun. So, so that'll be Wednesday night, and then Thursday night I will be, just enjoying time with my family, and then Thursday night, JC and I are going to do the paranormal investigation, and then the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that's the correct me if I'm wrong on my dates, you guys. I think it's 24th or 25th, 26th, 27th. And that is, of course, in Gettysburg at the Eisenhower Hotel. And it's an amazing paranormal convention, paranormal, just community, amazing. And they will be having a lot of the, if you like the ghost hunting stuff, and if you like watching the paranormal investigations, the ghost hunters and kindred spirits and ghost brothers, and oh my gosh, I could go on and on with all of the ones that are out there. They're going to have a good amount of those people there, and doing autographs, I believe, and pictures and whatnot. And I'll be there as well. I will be doing the same, but I'll also be doing readings. And then Friday, see, I'm trying to give you all the down low. But so then Friday night, super fun. They have a event that is a oh God, my brain, hang on. My gosh, you guys, I'm telling you, my day has been crazy. Good God, it'll come to me. Anyway, they're having an event that is going to be just a blast, and it's $85 a ticket, and it's for a really nice fancy dinner, and then you get to mingle and meet some of the paranormal peeps, the celebrities. Masquerade ball. That's what I knew it comes. So they're having a masquerade ball, and I bought the cutest masquerade mask and outfit. So I'll be going live and sharing pictures and doing as much as I can to bring you guys in. And I love to share. I love to share that kind of stuff. So watch for all this stuff to come. And then that'll be Friday, Saturday. I will be then there again doing readings, and then I will be having a gallery reading event where I will be just like the redemption, but it's an hour's block time from 4 to 5. I will be walking around. Again, it's a small group of about 30 to 40 people, and those tickets are 45 a person. And in Gettysburg, the energy and, channeling the souls of the departed. Oh my God, it's going to be incredible. So much fun. And then Saturday night, they have a fun celebrity bartending where some of the celebs that are the, paranormal celeb, investigators, whatnot, are going to be bartending. And then they're having a pool party and a karaoke night and a pajama night because it's, Christmas in July. And oh my God, guys, it's just like a whole, like just 3 days of a lot of fun, which you can add more as we have. But so just hop on and, keep an eye on my lives or, on my posts on either Facebook or Instagram. I'll try to also see if I can't stream to YouTube, but it's going to be incredible. So many good things coming. But I would love to see some of you if you live in Gettysburg or can come to the event and let me know that you saw me, either on my live or even if you follow my podcast, which is with A1R Psychic Radio, and that's how you found me. But if you happen to be out there, come see me and let me know who you are. It'd be so fun. So lots of amazing, amazing things happening. And I just, I can't tell you how grateful and blessed I feel that, that you all are here supporting me and my crazy journey and my gifts. And, if you guys know my whole background, which I won't get into all that, I took a huge leap of faith to quit my job in the corporate world to pursue my purpose. And I'll tell you, I have not looked back since. It's been incredible, absolutely incredible. So, all right, we are starting super late because I had technical problems. So let's get going, shall we? Okay, so if you have any questions or you want to book a private reading, whether it's over Zoom or whether it's, if you can come in person, or if you have any questions about the events coming up, in Gettysburg or here in Utah, in Salt Lake, then just reach out, just send a message. And you can do that through the website and, or any of the social media platform stuff. So, all right, now let's start getting into these readings tonight, shall we? Okay, so if you, I'm already starting to scribble. So you see me looking down here, it's because I'm already starting to feel and getting some stuff, which is beautiful. I knew tonight we needed to at least try to get some readings in, but I'm going to write a couple things down. But if you are new to my live, you've never been here before, this is how I do my readings. What I do is I incorporate tarot cards. However, I don't read the tarot. So if the meaning of the card that we pull for you happens to mesh with what my gifts are bringing to me, we'll bring it into your reading and we'll mention that. Otherwise, I just like to see how the cards are going to visually validate or give you a valid visual validation of what I'm getting through my abilities, my gifts. So through clairvoyancy, claircognizance, clairaudient, whatever it may be that's coming in, mediumship. And then we'll bring that into the reading. Sometimes the cards don't always mesh. Sometimes it's a number on the card that makes sense. Sometimes it's the picture. It just, this is why I like to just listen to my abilities first and see how that, the cards will validate it. So in order to, or if you're interested in hopefully being chosen tonight for a reading, I would love to choose everybody. It's impossible. So that's why these are free. And this is why I don't have any kind of special treatment, if you send money, or if you, send stars through Facebook. I love it. Very appreciative. All that money goes back to you guys anyways. But I just like to listen to my guides, your guides, and my intuition, and just see who really I need to be pulled to. So it's one of those things where you hop on and you just enjoy the readings. And, if the messages resonate with you, even though I don't choose you, they are for you. We call them little postcards from heaven, and they're just really, little messages that you're going, oh my gosh, that sounds like me. Oh my gosh, I resonate with that. Beautiful. That means your loved ones in spirit, your spirit guides, whatever may be, are giving you that same message, but just not, directly, more indirectly. So, uh, but if you're interested in a reading, you guys will start seeing people are posting numbers. So the way that this works is I need two numbers between 1 and 44. Now those numbers are going to help me to pull the cards according to those numbers. And then this is how we ultimately get your energy connected with the cards. So it'd be kind of like if you were here in person pulling cards. That's how I try to get your energies blended. And people say, well, Steph, how do you do readings virtual? And I honestly, I can't answer that other than it just happens. It just does. But that's why I like for you to give me your numbers. And I always say, try to have the numbers, not have to necessarily have a meaning or connection, but it helps, so a death date, a birth date, a month, even a year, if that applies, an age, whatever it may be, favorite number, and then next to your two numbers, you will put what kind of reading that you're looking at wanting to get. So if you're like, I'm open to whatever, just put general, and I will just really go with whatever the first thing is coming to my clairvoyancy, to my gifts. So, and that can be pretty broad. That could be anywhere, from your health to work to relationship to even channeling a loved one that's crossed over. So, if you have a specific topic per se, if it is like health or relationship or whatever, then put that next to your two numbers. And then if you want or hoping, and I say hoping because I can never guarantee, even if I choose you, that we can channel a loved one who has departed. One thing I say is that, you can put it, just don't tell me who they are. Don't tell me it's mom, dad, brother, sister, whatever. Just say spirit or loved one, then I'll know that that's what that is. And then I will do my best to try to see if we can't get some beautiful messages. But if you know much about mediumship, generally mediums just can't pick up a phone and per se and start to channel. It just doesn't work that way. So we open ourselves up to the energy, and if your loved ones are here and they're ready, things will come in beautifully. And if not, then there's a few reasons that can be, but we just have to trust that it's all about divine timing. So it's all divine timing. And that's one thing that I am, for those of you who have had readings with me and know, as I've done this a long time, I won't make up shit. I'm not one that is going to go, oh, wait, yep. Oh, yep. Mom's here, and then start splurring a bunch of shit out. So, I just don't believe in doing that. I also, when I channel, I want your loved ones in spirit to give me as specific validations that they possibly can. And, I don't like the vanilla stuff. I don't want to spirit, I don't want to be telling you they're here, they love you, they miss you. Of course they do, right? But what's very important is that they give you, or I should say, give me to share with you such specific validations that there's no way I would know, right? Names, numbers, it smells, whatever it may be. So we get so many beautiful, amazing validations and connections that that's one thing that I am very proud, I guess, if you will, and adamant about when I start to channel is that we will get just amazing connections that are so specific, and that's what I love. It's how I love it. So we will get started now. Couple of things of just I call them housekeeping things really quick. If I choose you to have a reading, you'll see your name come up. I'll pin your name, and then just let me know you're here. Just say, hey, I'm here, whatever. And then once I start a reading for everybody else, if you'll please keep your comments, stop the commenting. And then once I'm done with that person's reading, then you can start commenting again with your numbers. However, there's always a big old but. The big old but is that if I am bringing in information, you're hearing something, you're like, gosh, I just feel like that this is my dad, or I feel like that this is about me, or whatever it may be, then speak up and say, gosh, I'm resonating with all of this. Now, not just one little thing here and there, but like if you can take all of what's coming through, then say, you know what, actually, because it's just impossible to filter all the energy and all of the souls on the other side. Everything just starts to come in like a floodgate. And I this is why private readings are great for that, but in big settings and even with Zoom, or virtual, it's a bit harder. So, all right, I think that's it. I don't think I forgot anything. I hope not, but I guess if we do, we'll bring it up. We'll see. Okay. All right. Hang on. I get bad dry mouth. Give me 1 second. Oh, yes. Please make sure that you comment ever so often. Don't comment back to back to back. If you do comment back to back to back, what it does is it starts to clog up the feed, and I just won't choose you, because it just is one of those things where I know everybody wants a reading, and believe me, I would do everything I could to pick everybody if I could, but good God, I'd be here for hours, or days. But so just like I said, comment your number, wait a little bit, and then, comment again. So, but then once I choose somebody, then that's where you want to kind of hold your comments for a minute. Okay. All righty. All that silly stuff is done. Let's go ahead and I'm going to focus here and try to pick my first person. Yes, I did say my first. It's 9:30 at night. Good Lord. My daughter's on. Hi, Mandy. My daughter knows that I hate the word mother, and she does it intentionally. Oops, sorry about that. She does it intentionally and says, hello, mother. I just don't. I just am not a fan of the word mother. You can call me mom. You can call me mama. You can call me Madre. Whenever I hear someone say mother, I think of, did you guys ever watch Mommy Dearest? That old movie, Mommy Dearest. I'll never have wire hangers, nor will I ever say the name mother. Oh, so tough. So, all righty. Thanks, Diana Banks. I just got my hair did today. I went and got my nails done, my hair did, a pedicure, so that I could be all ready for Gettysburg. Even got Gettysburg written on my nails. How funny is that? All righty. Okay. Bear with me. This first one takes me a minute. I love all my night owls that are on, especially if you're on the East Coast. Bless your hearts. It's 11:30 at night. Thank you for being here. I really, really wanted to try to start earlier, but I honestly, like I said, I didn't even know if I was going to be doing this tonight. So, alrighty. Okay. Now this first one, I just like, sometimes it takes a minute. Okay. My hands are already starting to hurt. Weird stuff starts to happen. Okay. Alrighty. I love it. Renee, you're from Gettysburg, my friend. I love it. I will be there next week. Love it. I'm excited to meet new people and just feel amazing energy. I'm super excited. Cannot wait. Like I said, I'll share. I'll go live and share as much as I can. But okay. And remember, when you guys, oh gosh, sorry, my back is killing me today. Remember when you comment to give me two numbers between 1 and 44, and then if you don't put anything next to your numbers, I will just assume that you are wanting more of like a general. So, all righty. And Shauna Meyer said the same thing. See, mother gets on your nerves too. Okay. Well, we might be actually doing a spirit-led reading here soon. So, oh, Renee said, I am born and raised here. Oh my gosh, come say hi to me. Come see me at Ghost City Tours Wednesday night from 5 to 9, Renee, or I will be at the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Eisenhower, is that right? Eisenhower Hotel? Okay. All righty. I promise I'm getting there, guys. Bear with me. I promise. It takes a minute. Okay. I always feel like this first one is kind of, I'm being pulled in a few different directions. So, okay. I love it. Andrew says, my daughter only says mother when she's being a brat. Yep, mine too. She's being a brat. Now I can fire her. I can be like, you're fired. You're not my assistant anymore. You're fired. All righty. Okay, I think I have got my person. Okay. I love this. All right. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Okay. I freaking love this name. Organized chaos. That is my life. That is my life. So, all right. So my first person is so whoever organized chaos is, please let me know if you're here, my friend. And then if you feel comfortable just giving me your first name, just, or if you want me to just call you Organized Chaos, I don't care either. But the numbers are 13 and 29. Okay. All right, my friend. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling your cards. And then, like I said, let me know if you're here. Now, also, if I choose you and you are willing to come on live, I love bringing people on face to face, especially when we are channeling the other side. It's a lot of I don't know. It's just the energy's just better. I don't know. Not better. It's just easier. It's easier to connect. So, and in all fairness, I can't see the pictures. You're little tiny because they're like super tiny. But I just saw. Hi, Steph. It's Kayla. Is this cousin Kayla? I know a few Kaylas because I can't see the picture. I think you guys can see I think you guys can now see all the comments, but I'll show it on stage here. So, Organized Chaos. Kayla, is this cousin Kayla? I'm laughing about Organized Chaos because seriously, you guys, it's like it's my life some days. Well, my life always, but oh, I love it. Okay. If let's see here. I know a few Kaylas, and you know what? Maybe don't tell me which. You might have already. I was going to say, oh, don't tell me which Kayla this is, but Oh, oh, good. I'm glad it's not cousin Kayla because I thought, oh, if it's family, it's really hard to read families. So, but Kayla Toth, that's okay, hun. No, I love that you're on YouTube, hun, because honestly, um, and this is for everybody. If you're joining through Facebook, I highly recommend trying to set up a YouTube account. It's super easy, and you don't even have to do anything with it. Just have one and then join through YouTube because you don't get the annoying, scammers, the trolls that come on and send you a bunch of BS of like, they'll steal my pictures. They'll try to tweak the name of my business, and they send you a friend request. But business accounts, business pages cannot send you a friend request. So if you join through YouTube, that can't happen. So just kind of some fun, I guess, useless knowledge. I don't know, but but YouTube is the best. It's a lot better way to hop on these lives and to not be bugged by the other crap that YouTube Facebook brings in. But hey, all right, Miss Kayla, I'm going to count your cards out, hun, and let's go ahead and see what we got going on, babe. Oh, buddy. I am laughing. I cannot wait with your name that you put up, Organized Chaos, and then the first card I just flipped over. It all just makes sense, hon. It all makes sense. So, all righty. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Oh, yeah. Yep. Candy, I've seen that happen so many times. I wonder if you guys, I'm gonna have to figure out how to, I don't know. Let me know. So those of you, oh, good, Michelle. I'm so glad, Michelle, you went to YouTube. So those of you who are on Facebook, can you see the YouTube comments? And then those on YouTube, can you see the Facebook comments? Because last time I was on here, it was set up that way, and now I'm not too sure. And that's the way I want to do it. I'm not going to worry about it tonight, but next time I'll make sure that that is fixed. But yeah, Candy said, I flagged you on one of those accounts and Facebook declined my feedback. They do. And I learned about this, and it's all because of what it is um, you have to report the the picture. So like basically when they send you something, you report you guys can't see the comments. Okay, I didn't think so. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it tonight, but next time I'll get it set up so that you guys, when we're on the next time, that you can see both, because it's really nice to not have to pin the comment every time. But anyhow, yeah, so you have to, anytime you get the scammer people and you want to just report them and then block them, when you report the account, you want to report not the whole page as being, or the profile being, a scam or whatever it is that, or trying to, I think it says something like that. Who is this person trying to, duplicate, or whatever the word is. My brain doesn't want to work, but you can do that. But if you do that, also report a picture. When you report the picture as someone trying to, try to be someone else, then that's when Facebook is supposed to do their job. But who knows? I don't know. It's so annoying. So yeah, if you definitely switching over to YouTube is so much better. So much better. So alrighty. Okay, well let's oh good, I got lots of you coming to YouTube. Yay, it makes me happy just because it's just then you don't get bugged. All right. Hey, Miss Kayla, I'm going to show you your cards and then we'll get started. Now, Kayla, I did not see that you put what kind of reading that you're wanting. So just let me know, Kayla, if you have a particular topic or if you just want general. And then also, let me know if you want to come on live, and then I'll bring you on stage, as they call it. But while I'm waiting for your answer, I'm gonna do a little of my doodling here and see what I can bring up with your cards too. So, alrighty. Okay. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. All right, Kayla. So I'm going to show you your cards, hun, but then when you um let's see. Oh, okay. Past loved one would be great. It might be a little too noisy for me. Okay. Nope, that's fine, hun. I totally get it. I mean, it's, shit, it's 9:45, and people are in their jammies and trying to get kids to bed. And so I totally get it. But if anyone that's on tonight is wanting to come on live, I'll bring you on. Let me know as well, because it's just fun to bring people on, onto the stage and do a reading face to face. But it is not, required, and there's no pressure. But okay. All right, my dear. So your first card, and this is where I giggled, because your first card, which was your number 13, and your name being Organized Chaos, made me laugh, because that's my life too. But you happen to pull the Tower card. So now, the Tower card is probably the one card that readers do not like to see come up. And really, it's got a kind of a bad rap, the Tower card. So it's not always a bad thing, but it's it's never bad. It's just there. Sometimes it just really is going to represent or connect with challenges, in your life. So we'll kind of see how that's kind of meshing with some of the things I'm getting. And then your second number you gave me, I think it was 29. Now you pulled the Death and Rebirth card. Now again, don't fret. It's like, girl, you got the Tower and you got the Death. Yay. No, the Death and Rebirth is really exactly as it sounds, my friend. It's about the death of something old and the rebirth of something new. So it can be the death of the old Kayla and the rebirth of the new Kayla. So now, being that you are looking at wanting to have a reading from a loved one that has crossed over, I'm going to put that comment on stage so people can see it. Then we won't necessarily apply this in a personal way. So we'll just kind of see how this is meshing with some of the things that I've already been kind of seeing and hearing and feeling and whatnot. So give me a moment here. I'm going to just kind of shut my mouth, quiet my mind for a minute, and see if we can't get a good flow, or that vibrational energy lifted. So give me a minute. So thirsty lately. Okay. This is so crazy. Okay. Girl, okay. So Kayla, why the number 29, hun? And I'll tell you why here in a minute. Just, you don't have to go into detail, just general of why the number 29. You can just say, oh, it's a birth date, or it's an age, or whatever like that. So, but I want to kind of show you something. This is where I love using the cards, because the cards just are amazing. And, I'm over here and I'm shuffling, and then you guys, you pick your numbers. I count the numbers, or the cards out according to those numbers. And then voila, here comes this magic. I love it. So, I'm just kind of curious why the number 29, because if anything, that number is coming up pretty strong already. So it's a birthday. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to show you how amazing this is. So, and then if anybody, if I know that some of you just hopped on. So if you just hopped on, if you'll kind of hold your comments until I'm done doing the reading for Kayla, aka Organized Call It Chaos. So the Tower card, my friend, is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but it's the number 16. And then you pulled the Death and Rebirth, which is the number 13. Okay, so girl, what is 16 plus 13? 29. So this right here is what I love, because the cards, it's just incredible. It gave me chills. I got goosebumps everywhere. So the cards will already start to connect and validate who may be trying to step forward, connecting with, a loved one on the other side. Isn't that crazy, right? It's so funny. She's like, oh, wow, right? I know. So when I joked and I'm like, girl, you pulled the Tower card and the Death card. This is not good, but it is good because the two cards equal up to that number 29. Isn't that amazing? So, so we're going to see what more we get here and welcome any of your loved ones that have crossed over. And only those loved ones that walk within God's white light will I be able to channel. So anybody that has ever wondered about that, I'm very mindful. I keep my energy at a very high frequency. I will never allow for negative energy or anything malevolent to come in, ever. So if you ever come and do a private reading with me, and or in person, I should say, or even over virtual, you should never, knock on wood, ever have anything like that happen. However, if for whatever reason you leave and you feel that way, then I always say, please let me know. And I have everything needed to cleanse and sage and everything from very simple to holy water. So, but knock on wood, haven't had to do that. So, okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to tell you right away, Kayla, I'm already starting to get goosebumps down my whole left side. So for those of you who are not familiar with energy and how your body is kind of programmed, I guess, if you will, or reacts, the left side is the divine feminine and the right is the divine masculine. So I'm getting a lot of already feminine energy. So my left side has got goosebumps. I've got some very strong, that very strong maternal, if you will, energy coming in. Right now, the energy is just energy, but I do know that I have a female. So if that makes sense. So, and there's such an emphasis on that number 29 being connected directly. So, I gotcha, hun. I'm going to show that comment. Okay. I love that. So, so Kayla just said, just let's see, did that pop up? Okay. So Kayla said, just saying that you can only channel someone who walks in God's white light. God's light is the validation I was hoping for with this person. I have worried about that. Okay. And I'll tell you, hun, that not very often, to be honest, do I mention that on my lives. I'll say it, to people that are new that come and see me in person. But for some reason, I felt very, very drawn to needing to mention the fact that that I can't channel souls that are not in that white light, because a lot of people in certain religions feel that if somebody, takes their life, or they're very responsible for their passing, that they ultimately, can get quote unquote stuck, which they're never stuck, by the way, that they may be going to hell or purgatory or in a dark space. So in 28 years I've been doing this, I have never ever felt nor experienced the fact that a soul goes to that place that has taken their life. And so, and there's no disrespect to any religion for that matter that believes that. It's just the 28 years of doing that. I never ever felt or had it validated that a soul that took their life that wasn't it has to do some pretty awful shitty things to be in that dark space, if that makes sense. So but a lot of people feel that way. They do. A lot of people feel that way. And it's fair. It's absolutely fair. So let's see here. um oh, I love that, hun. Oh, you're so welcome, sweetheart. So, so Kayla, does the 29 connect with this soul that you were wanting to know if they were in that white light, if they were okay? Because I can't help but go, oh my God, you've got two cards that equal 29. It's already validating, you know, that you've got the soul that may be connected to that number trying to step in. And then the fact that I very rarely say that on my lives. So that's, just these little things can give us that comfort, right? That comfort. So I wanted to answer a quick question. So Stephanie Peterson, hi Steph. What if a person is agnostic? So, and that's such a good question. And really, how I look at it this way is that, how do I put this into the best way? I'm like, my brain's, mush lately. It really is, even being, someone who may be agnostic is really, um, even if you don't have a belief in a higher power, let's just say, like which many in that, that belief system that, they don't necessarily believe in a higher power. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but that let's say that, someone does take their life and then they've got family. It's like, well, they're, there's nothing after this. So I don't have to worry because it's just done, right? Just done. And so, um, what, why would it matter in an agnostic mindset if a soul was in a dark space or went to the light, if that makes sense, right? So I think true agnostic people, they will just be like, oh, I'm not worried, doesn't matter, and in a very loving, respectful way, but and that's fair. But even if some go, well, wait, this wasn't natural death, so where are they, and because they took it upon themselves to take their life, which is not part of their life path, then how do I know that they're okay? Well, even that question in mind, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, means that they believe that there's more out there than we know, if that makes sense. Right. So, and just my own kind of personal, opinion, beliefs, if you will. But really, I feel that if you even just believe in that there's some kind of higher power, and I don't care what you call the higher power, I don't even care if you don't have a name, just identify that there's something more out there, then I love to really truly share and believe that when a soul takes their life, um, or when a person takes their life, that their soul isn't in a dark space or down to hell or whatever it may be. Now, the soul can be a bit, and I don't like the word stuck, but the soul can wander in the area. But that's usually when they have passed of something very tragic and they didn't take it upon themselves. So they don't even know they're dead, if that makes sense. So like when we've done paranormal investigations and we've been in a place and I walked in and I'm like, oh, you have a spirit here. This is not a residual energy. And then we find out that that person died of a heart attack in the home and it was so fast, so quick, or whatever it may be, then that soul um, has been taken, from the human body so fast that it doesn't know, that it's dead. If so, and that is where some of us who are able can come in and help a soul cross over. So, and that doesn't happen very often, by the way, but when it does, it's very it's very very apparent in my opinion. So I hope that helped answer your question, Steph. The long answer, but all right, so let's see. Oh, good. Kayla said 29 does connect with him. That was his birthday. Our twins were born on the 13th. Oh, I love that. And look at your card was the rebirth card, and you had your twins on the 13th. Holy smokes. Okay, that's incredible, hun. So I'm gonna work on. Well, if anything, my friend, if we, you're welcome, Steph. If anything, hun, if Kayla, if anything, my friend, if we don't get much more of a message from this loved one that, the 29 connects with, directly in a sense, then your cards alone is his validation that he is here. Isn't that amazing? It's so beautiful. And some souls are more visual than they are audible. Like when I say I hear through clairaudient a loved one on the other side, it's not that I hear a voice because I don't have a voice. It's a thought that pops in my head that's not my thought. So when they use cards, this is visual, which also can be through what's called claircognizant. And that's where a vision pops in my head, like a memory. And I'm like, that's not my memory. And I share that. And then, it connects. So, so your loved one who connects with the 29 and which I'm assuming is your, of course, significant other, when you said your twins were born on the 13th, is very present in the way of where the cards came out the way they did, right? You can't make up this stuff. That's what I love. It's so amazing to see. When you said 29 and 13, I went, wow, the cards. So, all right, let me go ahead and I'm going to do a little more scribbling. And I want to share with you guys a story. Really, I know if you guys are new to my live, and you don't like to hear people tell stories and talk about experiences with mediumship or with paranormal stuff, then I say I'm not the person, because I love doing my readings. Don't get me wrong, and we'll do them, but I also love to share experiences with you guys. And so I always just, and that's nothing, not to sound shitty. It's just, I know some people hop on and there are some readers that are like, bam, 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 right? They just like, they knock them out like crazy, but it's just not me. It's just not me. I feel like you guys are family. So it's like we're sitting here as a family in the living room at 10 o'clock at night. So, oh, I love that. Kayla said, so amazing. I've been waiting so long for some sort of validation from him. Well, no wonder why. I love this. Beautiful, hun. Okay, well, let's see what more comes here, hun. Okay. Okay. Now, earlier I was mentioning that I did have, some more, more of the feminine energy. So the left side getting, more of the goosebumps. So validating that, that, like I said, it was just the energy being female. It doesn't mean that a soul was coming in. So when I feel the energy of a female, and it's just the energy coming from you, this really can be where you are carrying with you the energy of well, this is mom. Mom is still living? Is that right, hun? Mom is still here. This will be where you're carrying some worry about the feminine. So worry about mom, a sister, a daughter, but I'm so drawn to the maternal. So for me, this is mom, and or grandma. So, um, and oh, yep, there you go. She just said it. You just validated what I just said. The feminine energy could be my mom. I've been hoping that they found each other on the other side. I love it. Okay. So I really do feel this is your mama, hun. So, and what I love is that it's, like I said, it's just energy, but I feel that this is your mom's way of being here in spirit, but being so far outside, if you will, that I can't even feel as if she is a spirit stepping forward. But yet her energy, keep that in mind, her energy is being used and is required to help your significant other who you had your twins with to be able to have these cards come out the way they did to validate, and for me to share the message with you from him that he is okay, that he is in God's white light. So I hope that makes sense. So sometimes that's all that we get is just the energy of another soul just trying to help another soul. And it's a sense, it's like piggybacking. And whenever you know mm, I get it. Hang on. I just heard more, hon. Hang on. Um, um, do you connect, Kayla? Do you connect with the name Ray or Roy or Ray, or the either living or past? I just heard like one syllable, like R, but yeah, Ray or Roy. Um, Ron. I can hear, like even I can hear almost the sense of a Y at the end, if that makes sense. Um, uh, Let me know if that name connects with you, Kayla. So, or Ron, right? Yep, that's the name I just said was Ron. Holy crap, my friend. Who is Ron? I just wrote down Ron. Who's Ron? Girl, I'm like head to toes chicken bumps. Do you want to see my I'll show you my, you guys see my crazy writing? This is my psychography. Welcome to my scribbles. Um, so uh who who is Ron, my friend? Um, Ron is my dad. Oh my gosh. Okay. And um this would be mom bringing up Ron or your significant other um who has crossed over. Now, is dad still here? Is dad still here in the physical world, hun? See, this is where I was telling you guys, I ask that your loved ones come in and give me specific validations like this, the names, the numbers, the cards, you know, and to be able to hear uh the names as clearly as I did means that the loved ones on the other side are working very hard to lower their vibrational energy so that they can utilize my gifts as best as they can, so I can hear them as best as I can. So um okay. Oh goodness. So Kayla said Ron is still with us but is in poor health, and this is your daddy. Okay. And all right. Well, this would be why that your loved ones on the other side um, are really wanting to make sure that that he comes into the reading, if that makes sense. So, um, and oh, I'm sure, sweetheart, but both of them, but no, but both of them know how important Ron is to me. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Um, and that would be why they both are bringing up his name. So let me see what more I can get to help you with what message they may have about dad. What I love is your reading, Kayla, is so simple, if that makes sense. I mean, it's a lot of energy. Don't get me wrong. I'm getting, I'm literally sweating, but it's just like so matter of fact, but yet just so gentle. I don't even know how else to put it. So it's beautiful. Now, okay. Okay. I need to talk about dad's um, kidneys, dad's liver, dad's bladder, um, possibly like pancreas, that this is all of dad's, the filtration system, I guess, if you will. So um, I'm being brought to those organs are in that area. Um, and I'm literally getting a little bit of some, some back pain right where the kidneys sit. So let me know if you understand that with dad. And okay, okay. I literally just heard your mom. I heard mom, and this is not from your significant other. Mom said, he's not easy. And then I heard this kind of like very loud laugh, very loud laugh. So, um, oh goodness. Oh goodness, hon, I'm so sorry. He has issues with all those things. Has a hard time walking now. Oh, my heart. Damn it. Um, your mom is hilarious, like in a very like just trying to make things lighter. She's like, oh, he's a bit difficult. And then I heard this very loud laugh, like, when people have loud, boisterous laughs or a contagious laugh, and no matter where you are, if they laugh, you're like, yep, that's them. With your mom. That's hilarious. Um, I love it. Um, uh, hang on, boy, I just heard a name. Um, uh, okay. Boy, I'm having a hard time hearing this one. Um, okay. Um, I love it. Kayla said he is absolutely not easy, such a stubborn man. Won't let any of us help. And yes, she has a very big laugh. Such a comforting feeling. Oh, I love that, honey. I love it. Um, well, it's a very comforting feeling to know that, I mean, just as we're connecting with your mom and then, the father of your twins, and then them mentioning dad, this is really their way of validating that their souls are, with your dad, that they are doing everything they can in spirit to help, to guide, and to protect, and to do everything they can um, to help dad with getting the care that he needs. I mean, they can only do so much. And that's where you, my beautiful friend, need to listen to your beautiful gift of intuition. And when you get these moments of like, "Mm, this dad's not good. I don't feel right. Something's not, something's not right. Or, I need to go with my dad to the doctor because he says he's going, but, he's not being open about what's going on with his health. And so I need to hear it for myself, which is exactly what your mom is showing me. By the way, half the stuff that comes out of my mouth is literally literal literal guidance. How's that? Um, so it really is very much about, just you and listening to your gut, right? Listening to your gut. And I mean, doing everything you can, but also within your energetic power, and um, and as I feel your mom and and your significant other, there is such a feeling of just so much growth happening in spirit. Both of them really doing a lot of beautiful spiritual work and healing. Your the father of your twins, as I feel him, he's not giving me a lot. I mean, I know the card spoke a lot, but there's one thing that I can tell you that I feel is that without any hesitation, he's in that bright white light without even, no question, hun. But also, um, I need to mention, as he's showing me, um, boy, this vision keeps coming up of, okay, okay, um, okay. I, I, um, I see your comment here, hun. Okay. And I love that my intuition has been nagging at me a lot lately about so many things. So that makes perfect sense. Good. Well, it nags at you because it's like, damn it, will you listen? And then sometimes we'll get to the point where, oh, sorry, guys, I need some chapstick. Where um, Utah's so dry and my lips get so chapped so fast. But it'll get to the point where um, the universe, or God or whoever you feel your higher power will make you listen by stopping you, by making you sick. If you're supposed to be slowing down, then the universe you'll get sick, or your car will break down because you're not supposed to go somewhere. It's like I tell people, as hard as it is, everything happens for a reason. And even if we don't understand the reason at the time, if we trust that everything's happening for a reason, good, bad, and different, then we handle things a lot easier in our life. And I mean, I truly believe in that. And we all have our shitty days. We all have our human days of like, woe is me, F my life, nothing's working out. We all do. But the important thing is that you pull yourself up and out of it, be mindful at the moment, be like, all right, have your moment, have your tantrum, put your big girl panties on or your big boy panties on, and then get your shit together and get moving. So, and that's what the universe, or or God, in that sense, will do. Will make you see that. Oh my God, sorry guys. So uh yeah, don't get to the point where that happens. you know and then if it does, then don't ignore it. Because I'll tell you, universe does not mess around, and nor does God. So but I'll tell you, one thing that um I kept hearing, and I'm not sure, Kayla, if this is you, but I know your name is Kayla, but um I kept being told that you have you have mom's, like, it's like mom's name or a part of mom's name, or it's like a sense of where, and I'm trying to think with Kayla, I don't know how that would mesh together, but when people, or you were named after a family member or something. um, and and then after I heard that, then I kept hearing the name, like, um, Denise, like Denise or Clarice, or like, Clarice reminds me of Silence of the Lambs every time I say that name. Two syllable, but ending in that, like, east sound at the end. I know it sounds really weird. So I'm trying to think of what other name would be that. Denise, Clarice, Patrice, right? These kind of things. So, and I don't know if that is necessarily connecting with you, Kayla, because crap in my eyes too, but it came kind of out of left field, as I call it. So, um, but let me know for sure. Oh, Kayla Marie. And then, oh yeah, Kayla Marie. And then Rosemary is mom. Ah, got it. That makes sense. So this would be mama, just wanting to make sure that, that we had that, that validation, So, oh, I love it. I love it. Well, I hope this gave you for you, Kayla, some comfort in knowing that, boy, you've got mom and you've got, your significant other on the other side, and just all of these amazing connections already tonight. I mean, just incredible. The cards right from the get go, hun. Right from the get go. It's amazing. Oh, I love it. You are so welcome, hun. It is my pleasure, sweetheart. I'm glad that you're here. And feel free to stay on. I know it's late, but if you got to go night night, you've got twins. Girl, you got your hands full. All right, you guys. So if you are interested in, wanting to have a reading, then this is where you can go ahead and start giving me your numbers between 1 and 44, and then what kind of reading you're wanting. And then I think we might be going a little bit different. Well, not really different, a direction of what I call spirit led. And this is where that your, or someone's, I should say, someone's loved one in spirit is really anxious, impatient. And then we just go with what they're bringing in. And then you all, in a sense, will let me know if, if you're connecting with it. And then it helps us to narrow down. And that's kind of how this works. So, because sometimes spirit doesn't want to wait for the connection and for me to pick you. Sometimes the spirit's like, you're not going to pick this person because their energy is not so good right now and they're blocked. So that'll happen too. So just kind of know that that's the process where these come in. So give me a minute here. You're welcome to comment your numbers and whatnot. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut my mouth for a minute here and see what comes in. Okay. Boy, this is interesting. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Um, um, can hear fireworks outside. My good word. Um, bear with me, guys. Um, okay. Okay, I can tell you already. the energy shifted quite a bit. So I've got very much masculine energy. My whole right side has goosebumps. Very male, younger male, younger in a sense of where I feel that this young man did not make it to 40. I mean, and that's even stretching it. I mean, it could even be 30, but we'll put it at that for the moment. And the younger male, it was so, I'm giggling because of the first vision that came up was a python snake. I am not a snake lover. Matter of fact, I'm just snakes. Just yeah, I can't. I'm not a big fan. I'll put it that way. But I think they're beautiful, but just not a fan. But and uh, I don't know if it's a python, to be honest. But I heard so now. This is where it came in as. Do you guys know the movie or the show Monty Python? And I've never seen it, but I heard Monty Python. How weird is that? So either someone is coming in, a soul is coming in wanting to bring up the name Monty or a connection with the snake, the python, or a type of snake. This is how spirit communicates. They don't come in and give you exact things like, hi, my name is Fred, and I died on the 5th. They just don't. So they'll give the weirdest things. So my daughter, my granddaughter, yeah, my granddaughter, my little Kimber granddaughter, who is absolutely like the girliest, girly, adorable. I just like she's my world. She loves snakes and monster trucks lately. So isn't that the cutest thing ever? So I'd say she's got a good balance between both, um, but um, but there's something about but yeah, so like Monty Python, but there's so either the name Monty, but there's also the I kept hearing the name like Courtney. Now, what's interesting when I saw the name or even the feeling I got when I heard the name Courtney, um, it was even a sense of where, sometimes some men are with that name Courtney or they go by Court. I don't know exactly, but I can't say 100% if this is a female Courtney or a male Courtney. So just kind of give you an idea. But let's see. Okay. I'm going to show, let's see. Okay. So Candida Lawrence said, my husband died at 37. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I've liked 2 snakes. You killed 2 snakes this week. And won't let my babies go outside because of it. Oh my gosh. Bless your heart, my friend. I can't say I blame you for that one. So, and so okay, well, and this is younger male, and that's 37 is right there. So, what is okay? So, I'm going to show you. So, Celeste Christopherson, Kobe Black Mamba basketball court. What is? Help me out. What is that, my friend? What is that? Because I don't know what I'm like. Does that Monty? Maybe I'm just completely naive and oblivious to what that's about. But let me know there. Let's see here. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. See, this is stuff that I'm like, yeah. Um, so a black mamba is a snake. Okay, yes. You said something about Courtney. Yes. He was on the basketball court. Yes. Oh, ah, thank you, my friend. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you, thank you. Um, I love it. Okay. No, I'm always loving when people can help, especially for these things I'm like completely, naive, oblivious to. Jessica said, my cousin passed at 34. My sister is Courtney. He dated her. Oh, okay. So we've got a few. Okay. Boy, I would be just ecstatic if I was channeling Kobe Bryant. I mean, how cool would that be? Um, but um, I don't even know if I've ever known if I've channeled any famous people, to be honest. Maybe, I don't know. Um, okay, so I'm looking at your comments here. Okay. Just not blood related marriage. um, okay, let me see if I can get some more. It looks like a few people are kind of connecting, resonating. So, um, all right, give me a minute here. I might have to get another pencil. Yes, I'm using pencils. Now I just need to find a damn sharpener. Story of my life. Uh, okay. Okay. Um, yeah, this has something to do with that. Okay. Okay. Um, there is without a doubt that the younger male trying to come in, boy, it's a bit of a struggle, I'll be honest, but is feeling um, that the timing of coming through tonight is a big reason of why I decided last minute to do this live. So what that is where, for instance, the soul will come in and get my attention because they they know the timing is very important. So this would be, that we celebrated just recently, today, tomorrow, within the last couple of days, a celebration of their passing, um, a celebration of, their birthday, or someone very close had a birthday. It can't be like, oh yeah, our cousin who, we haven't seen in a while. It's like, because I think we all will connect with someone who has a birthday or just had a birthday. So just know that there's such a feeling of this young man feeling grateful that we were able to make this work tonight, if that makes sense. And the snake, without a doubt, is connecting with this young man, and the name Courtney really is, if not that name exactly, pretty dang close to it. So, so keep in mind that of taking all of that, if that makes sense. So, also, um, oh wow, okay. Okay. I need to talk about also, he's showing me uh, the oh goodness. Okay. I'm laughing at the vision I just got. So let me make sure I saw that right. um, okay. So I just had a vision memory, if you will, come up, and then there's a sense of laughter of that uh, one of you that is on. I don't know how we've got about 30. Look at 33 people. Hey, look at there. We got the threes. That uh, that the memory as he's kind of coming in and the very comically, and he does seem to be a bit of a comedian, a smart ass. The energy is very fun, but also um, kind of very a bit of a smart ass. But also that the vision, the memory is. I need to share about how I had, and he's showing me his pants, and then I feel like I either I didn't have my belt on right, or or my pants were just too big. But then I literally, this is so bizarre, you guys, I know, and this is the exact vision. I drop my pants, or they drop on their own, and then not realizing that I had like, like whitey tighties on, or I had some like ridiculous boxers, and this is like a memory, a story that I mean, these are pretty specific memories that it's like he knows that someone will know who this is, if that makes sense. So, and that's really, and like not embarrassing to share, but I can tell that his energy is like um at the time it was maybe a bit embarrassing, but now we laugh, if that makes sense. So let me look at your comments. Some of the shit I see is so bizarre, but let me look at your comments here. Okay. Um, Candida said, my husband's birthday is the 4th of July. Ah, okay. Um, let's see. Okay. Where did I go here? Okay. Whoops. All right. Hmm, okay. Um, oh, I'm all of a sudden getting nauseous too. Ooh. Um, all right. Go back up. Okay. Um, so let's see. J J.C. Ungles, or J. Kungles, or Cody passed away at 19, had a pet snake. Yeah, Cody very much can be. That's what I say. It's like Courtney or Cody. Absolutely. Um, and Candida said he passed away 2 years ago. Cody was his name. Ah, okay. Hi, Ariella is on. She said, son's dad passed at 37. My Aunt Courtney, my son's birthday is July 30th, which is around the corner. His dad, who passed, his birthday is just a few days later, August 3rd. Okay. Um, oh, Kylie. Hi, Kylie. Kylie said, my cousin Court passed away on July 24th. Oh, so, so Kylie, was this just recent, July 20th? Oh, good God, it's not even the 24th yet. I meant to say a year ago is what I meant. Yeah, don't mind my brain. Um, let's see here. Michelle. Yes, Michelle. Yeah, this is a new reading, hun. Yeah, completely a new connection. And Candida said the pants fell, he didn't have underwear on. Exactly. Exactly. Michelle, I have a memory of my dad and that happening to him. He was born in 1933. Are you serious? And I just looked up and saw 33, the number 33. That's crazy. Michelle, how old was your dad when, oh gosh, goodness, how old was your dad when he passed, hun? Or was your dad older than 50? I'll just say that, and you can just say yes or no. But Jackie said, my husband ripped his pants pretty good once when bending down. Oh my God, I love these. Um, his 3-year death is coming up on 8/6. Okay, Kylie said 2022. Okay. Um, Bridget said, I lost a friend. His birthday is this month. Okay. So, um, if you, okay, so I'm going to narrow this down. Um, and, yes, that happened when he was sick. Oh, and that I laugh. It would not with any disrespect, hun. My dad, who had stage 4 liver cancer, it happened to him too. And at the time he was a bit coherent, but not. So he kind of like, laughed about it. And now it's a memory. I'm like, oh, dad, um, so in, but the way that this soul is coming in is very, in a sense of humor, if that makes sense. So, um, and let's see. All right. If you um if you can take the connection with the snake, I don't care what kind of snake to be honest, but the connection with the snake, the connection with the name Courtney or or Corey, something like that. That COR, ending that E sound. The snake, the Courtney, also the story about the pants, um, falling down. And then he just gave me more. Hang on here. And you must be able to take all of it, not just bits and pieces, because he's very, very like matter of fact of like this they'll know this is me. So also oh yes, and then of course the birthday or the anniversary passing that just happened um or is coming very soon. Oh boy, hang on. Also, his passing was he did this young man did not make it to 40, so I can tell you that. Also, he's really adamant about hang on here. Okay. Wow. Okay. Um, I'm getting a lot of, I know this is going to sound really kind of very, very God, I don't know what the right word is. Um, Difficult maybe to hear, maybe a bit kind of very specific, but I'm tasting a lot of iron in my mouth. And I know that sounds really gross, but anytime I get this kind of irony taste, it's blood. So as he's coming in, he's mentioning the internal bleeding or the fact that his passing was caused because of something in the blood. So, of course, this can be cancer, but this, can be a hemorrhage. This can be an overdose. There's some things that in the bloodstream, but that taste of blood means that there's that in the blood, there's something connected there. So, let's see. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Candida said, OMG. Um, so the kids just have a remote control snake they were literally just playing with tonight before bed, showing me and trying to trick me. Your kids were, oh my gosh, I love that. I love it. And um, let's see here. And then Kayla said, okay, the twins' dad passed when he was 30. Let me make sure so others can see. He had pet snake and spiders when we first met. Anniversary of his passing was June. Not sure if it's connected, but I thought I would mention that. Okay, no, I'm glad you did, hon. Thank you for letting me know. Um, okay, and then also the well, let's see. Yeah, yeah, for sure, male. Absolutely feel very, very much, very much. I'm God. Oh, yes, I'm confident this is male. I can't even talk. Candida said, my husband died in a car wreck. There was blood everywhere. Oh, oh my goodness, hon. Okay. Candida, I really feel that this is your husband, hon. Um, I just can't seem to. Every time I read your comments, I am head to toe chills, which is really where your loved one on the other side is eh, making sure that I call it my validation chills too. So um, and so I'm gonna okay, I'm gonna work with Candida. So I'm gonna pin your comment, hun. Now, are you Candida, are you open to wanting to come on live, hun? You don't have to. Just let me know so I can send you the link. But in the meantime, will you just to see if we need them? I doubt we're going to actually, but um, can you give me two numbers, Candida, between 1 and 44? And I'm going to pull um, a couple of these cards for you and see if we can't get more from your husband. Bear with me here. There we go. Okay. Um, Boy, I can't even. I go to stop and then I get more, so I don't want to miss that. Oh, I'm so sorry, hon, that you had a loss, especially so tragic. Um, um, Damn it, I lost him. It got really quiet. Hang on. It's where things kind of get to be so much, and then that energy gets kind of a bit lost. So hang on here, hon. I hate when they give me that nasty taste. Um, so let's see. All right, let me go. Oh, Candida said, I live in the sticks. I love it. I live in the sticks. I have my phone in the window to get service. I'm afraid I will lose service if I went live or something. Oh no, that's okay. And nope, don't try to go live. You stay with me, hon. Nope, we'll just I love that you are literally by the window and making sure we stay connected. Isn't that amazing though? Like that you are still on, that we're getting these connections from your hubby, and um you live out in the sticks, in the middle of nowhere. And, so it's amazing how that your loved ones in spirit will work so that they can get your attention. And I'm telling you, your husband is a very impatient, I mean, very kind man. Don't get me wrong. And, respectful, but it's like, I need to get across to her. I need to get, um, in connection. So, and I love that. I love that. So, um, let's see. Oh, 7 and 4. Okay. Let me go ahead and I'm going to get these out, hun. And then, I want to tell you what else I was getting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1. Okay. Oh, I love these cards for you. Okay. Um, all right. Hang on, I just heard something else. Let me write this down. Um, Candida, how do you connect with the your husband's taken me to the Idaho. I'm going Idaho up into maybe Wyoming, Montana. I always laugh and say I'm a bit geographically challenged. I mean, not too bad, but a little bit. But so do you connect with why your husband's taking me that direction? Are you north of Utah? Is that where maybe that's coming in? Um, let's see. Candida said, I literally asked him to go see you tonight so I could talk to him. Oh, when I seen you were in line. Oh my gosh. But girl, you just gave me chills. Oh, she said, I always miss your lives, but got a notification that you're going live. I never get them. Oh my gosh, are you serious? And ironically, well, everything happens for a reason, but I say ironically, but I was late, very late tonight. We didn't start until like 9:30 because I was having technical problems. Maybe your husband, we're going to blame it on your hubby. So um, you're in Oklahoma. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you are definitely all right. So I don't know, Oklahoma's more Oklahoma is no, you're more, I guess, more east than northeast. I guess you're in Oklahoma. Oh, I love it. Every time I say the name of, Oklahoma, I think of the Oklahoma song. And I'm sure you all know which one. Well, maybe y'all don't know, but I love that you're here from Oklahoma. I love it. So it's got to be an hour ahead there, right? Ish, or are you 2 hours in Oklahoma? I'm not too sure about that time zone, but well, there's still some kind of reason that I still feel that I need to mention that as your husband is coming in, that I need to talk about, or I need to mention going north. So for me, north would be, even to Canada. So if you're connected with Canada, so, and, north from Utah. So, but I've never really had a soul um, send me north without being specific of a state that would connect directly. Usually, when they send me north and they do that, it's like I'm going to like Canada um, or right above, Utah in the northern parts. So, but just keep that in mind. There's some reason why I'm being drawn that direction, but I I love it. Andrea Brown said, my grandma used to make us watch a musical every Wednesday with yeah. Oh yeah, we watched the musical Oklahoma. Matter of fact, I think I tried out for the musical Oklahoma. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Um, let's see. Okay, Candida said it's definitely messing with us so that it would work out. Absolutely. 1,000%. And then let's see. Um, oh, and then Ariella, I had a feeling that maybe we've got a bit of a piggybacking deal going here. So, but Ariella said my legal name is Carol Lee, which it's so funny that you said that, hun, because hey, hang on. So, it's going to be hard for you. I'm going to try to. I don't know if you're going to be able to read it on here, but which direction, Steph? Can you see where I wrote? Eh, I'm backwards. I hate how this goes. But anyway, you can see right in that area there, I wrote Carol. I kept hearing that, that name was coming in as well. So, Ariella, that very well, I feel is some connection with you. And then the fact that, with your son's dad passing on June 15th, which is my birthday, ironically, and that just passed not long ago, right? And then you lived in Idaho and Wyoming. So that would make sense with even the other validations, right? I love it. We might just have a couple of men, coming in behind each other, which is what happens. So let's see here. All right. Oh, I see. Okay. So Candida said he used to tell me a story about when he went to Canada as a kid, and the story is hilarious. Uh, oh, goodness. All right. Hang on. Ariel just said, my mom's name is Carol. Holy smokes. Okay. I think we've got a little bit of Candida and Ariella's loved ones coming in, and they'll do this. They'll piggyback off each other and they'll all come in together. So I'm going to go ahead and let's get, I'm going to take you guys off there. But I do want to say, so Candida, one thing I was really getting, I'm going to show you the cards, and Ariella, stay with me, hon, because I think we might be just getting little bits of those, as we call them, postcards from heaven. But the two cards you pulled, Candida, I wanted to show you these in case we need them, but you pulled this 10 of Cups card, and then you pulled the beautiful Sun card. I love these. I love these cards for you. I love them in general, but what this really represents, so the cup that is right side up, both cards are right side up, by the way. So this is all about where the cup, as you look at it, as it's right side up, the cup needs to be filled. So the cup has been empty for, quite some time, or whatever it may be. It's where, your husband coming in and really validating and giving that message that it's time for you, hon, to fill up your cup, that it's time for you to start doing things for yourself. And, it's hard because I know as women, just women in general, but, when we become moms or whatever it may be, and you don't have to be a mom, but just women, we're built to be very, empathetic. We're feelers, we give and we give, and we tend to, not put ourselves first. So to say that, you don't need me or any other, even psychic medium, to sit in front of a woman and say you are not putting yourself first, because that's just, unfortunately, it's kind of a given, it's majority, I guess. So, but I really feel, without a doubt for you, Candida, that, yes, I'm feeling your husband very much here, that it is this overwhelming sense. And I'm laughing because okay, I have to show you this. He just pointed this out. Hopefully you can see this, but if you can't, this is all going to be on my YouTube and on Facebook. But you see the two little kids running around here, and then I can't help but look and go, oh my God, that looks like a snake. Doesn't that look like a snake? And he just was mentioning the snake. Okay, that's weird. I mean, I might be a stretch. That might be, but I think that's hilarious. But this really is also, about the kids and about you putting yourself first and filling up these cups. And one in particular, my friend, has to do with the fact of that, and just of knowing that you will find love again, without a doubt, my friend, and that there's such a feeling coming from him that you are not giving yourself enough of the credit that you deserve, of feeling that you can, or that you will find your love again, or will find love again. So, oh, I love that. And Candida said, yes, it is. And we have a boy and a girl together. See, isn't that crazy? That's why your cards. So I love it. And speaking of the kids, he kept wanting me to mention 3 children. Now I know that you, just validated, and I wrote on here, I just wanted to show you so you could see that this is all written before, but he had me do like, this is my little two little kind of tally marks of the two kids. And then I've got one that's out here and then three. So for me, as when I channel, we've got two here, but we've got one. So that's kind of where they bring that in. Aren't the kids on the card a boy and a girl? And let's see, and the boy being, yeah, absolutely. Yep. You saw it right. Yep, absolutely, hun. So yep, the two kids are boy and a girl, and the boy is bigger than the girl. So does that mix with your family? I love it. They'll use the cards. I'm telling you, they'll use the cards as a visual validation, as the picture. I think it's incredible. And then, like I said, he's shown the two and the one. As a connection with the kids, and also very specifically also the number 3 is connecting month of March, the third of the month, as being a connection with him and or you or the children. So let's see. Okay. Okay. And then Ariella has 3 children. 3, 2 live with me, 2 live with me, 1 doesn't. Ah, gotcha. Okay. And oh my goodness, in March. Oh my goodness, hon. Okay. Oh, you just gave me chills, my friend. Okay. Oh, I wish that we could bring you on live, but that's okay. I don't want to lose your connection. So, so when the one that, so, how do I put it? How many children do you have total, Candida? So do you have, as he has me write the 2 and then the 1, but the 1 is a ways from the other 2, and then shows me the month of March. And then being that, you said, yes, died March 8th. So husband died March 8th, or you had a child pass in March. Just want to make sure I'm interpreting that right. And then Ariella did say, my birthday is March. His birthday is the 3rd. Oh, all right. We're just going to say, you know what, Candida and Ariella, you guys, I've got you both. We've got your, we've got your husband, and then Ariella, we've got your, the father of, I think you said it was your son. Is that right, hon? Hey, look at all these beautiful connections. I mean, that's incredible. So, all right, let me, I'm getting more, so bear with me here. Okay. Man, I just, okay. There, okay, Candida said, yes, he died in March, and we had a miscarriage 3 years before he died. Okay, okay. So that makes sense, my friend. That's where this is your husband validating that, even more so that this is him by letting me know the month of March, the number 3, and then the 1 child being removed is where your husband is validating the miscarriage, the 3 years before he died. And this is validating that your husband, without a doubt, without any hesitation, and is wanting to make sure you know that he has the soul of the baby, and has the soul, and is caring and protecting and loving the soul of this sweet baby that unfortunately didn't get to make it into this world. And it doesn't matter, a soul is a soul. And, once that little soul is, conceived, and this is all in my experience and opinion, but once that is done, if you will, then that soul, will forever have a connection. And I can still feel and connect with that soul. I mean, of course, not as much, because the sweet soul didn't get much time here in the physical. So, and so just these are the beautiful messages of using the cards, but visually um, from your husband that he is with the baby, but also letting us know that this is him, being that he passed in March. So he also, I know that he mentioned he was in the car accident, so I feel like uh, maybe obviously and maybe not so obviously that he had head injury because and Ariella, the minute that you hopped on, hun, and the minute you validated your child's father that had passed, I have had nothing but headache and just lots of pressure in my head. So this is really them coming in so strong physically, or well, their soul, their energy, and now it's affecting me physically. So I've got a lot of pressure in the head, in the brain. This is them validating that uh, they had this uh, that this may have contributed to their passing, or they had trauma to the head, at the before their passing or at the time of passing, because the boy, ever since Ariella, minute you hopped on, hun, I've got so much pressure in my head. So let me know if that makes sense. And oh goodness. Candida said our daughter was 1 when he passed, and he was so excited to get a baby girl. Oh my God. Oh, my my heart. Oh man. Multiple blunt force trauma to the head was his cause of death. Okay. Oh my goodness, my friend. Okay. Well, your husband is very, very present without even a doubt, my friend, that, I mean, I didn't doubt earlier, but now we've got even more connection that this is your hubby. So, um, and he just keeps, saying that he doesn't want for you to hold any kind of anger or resentment about how his passing came about, how this accident happened. There's been so much of energy and going over and over and over about how this happened and why this happened. There's such an emphasis on you needing to stop doing this that that's why he's so strong today. This is why he wanted me to do this live, like out of nowhere tonight, where I wasn't going to. Why you stayed up, why you saw that after all this time, you haven't seen any of my lives pop up. I mean, these are the things that happen for a reason. So I don't want you um, to ever doubt that this man is not watching over you, my friend, and I'll tell you, he's a very strong soul, but he's so just emphasizing over and over, please help her. Please help my wife. Please tell her not to uh, keep running this like it's like it's literally like a movie projector of where the old movie screen, the old movies that the film, and it would kind of shatter a little bit between the different parts of the movie, and it's like in slow motion, and we're reliving this over and over. So and okay, oh my goodness. India said that is so crazy. I've been trying to figure out why, who, how exactly, and so hard. And absolutely, you know, to lose somebody in such a tragic passing like a car accident, um, it's I mean, death is not easy anyways, no matter how your loved one passes. When my mom and dad passed, one person asked me, and I'll never forget. So my mom was very sudden and unexpected, and she got sick very fast, and we had to take her off life support. And so hers was very unexpected. My dad had stage 4 liver cancer. We were preparing. We knew, his time was coming. He was in hospice. And so this person asked me, well, which would you prefer? And I'm like, well, obviously I wouldn't prefer either. But, to say if and I get where, this person was coming from in all fairness, but I get it's like, would you rather have it be unexpected or would you rather have time to prepare? And I feel that I would rather have that time to prepare. And even though we never knew when my dad's time was coming, but that's where when we lose someone so tragically, so unexpected out of nowhere, it just is so hard to wrap our head around like the why, and then sometimes it's the how. And I have channeled souls that have passed in like very minor fender benders, and then I'll have a client tell me, well, like I should have died, or my family member, and they'll show me the accident, and like the whole car is in like pieces, but yet they survived. And so we never know. We'll never know the why, hun. We'll never know the why things happen the way they do. And we never will until we're on the other side. And then we'll go, oh, I get it. But in the meantime, my friend, you need to live for your husband. You've got to live for him. And you've got to trust that whoever you feel that is your higher power, whether it's God, the universe, I don't care, you know, um, knew that this was part of his life path and that is so needed on the other side and in spirit to be there to guide and protect you and the kids so that you um, are going to be safe and be here for a long time, right? So it really is where we have to just trust in that faith. And having faith is so important, my friends. I don't care who your faith is in, I really don't. But to have faith is so important. And sometimes when we lose someone so close to us, then we lose that faith. And that the important thing is to get back to that, and that's what I feel your husband is so adamant about tonight, and is that that he is safe, he is at peace, he is on the other side in that bright white light with your baby. I mean, there's so many and many others, by the way. This is like, I feel like it's so funny when I see your husband, Candida. It's like he's the center of attention and a bright light. It's like a beacon of light, like a disco ball. And then like everybody around is so drawn. And he is a lot of the energy of why Ariella's child's father is able to be here, because your husband is doing everything he can to help others, and he loves it. He loves it. He's like the center of attention. It's actually really cute. And that's where the sun card comes in. Like, this is your husband, and this is that bright light. And this is where he's wanting for you, my friend, to find your light, to find your happiness, to fill up your cups, right? And to not be running, through your head of the whys and the hows and and just all of that will literally just destroy you. And I know it's easier said than done, but I'll tell you, when especially when my mom passed away, I was so angry and was like, why? This woman is like, she's amazing, she's a good person. For the most part, she was pretty healthy, but I'm like, for a long time, I questioned it. And then I really realized that as I've healed, and went through my grieving process and healed, that it's 11:11, by the way, make a wish. 11:11 here in Utah, anyways. Some of you are like, no, it's 1 a.m. here. But which would be 111 where you are if you're on the East Coast. But it is so important that we just believe and trust that everything has its purpose. And I love it. I love Candida. She says, That's what I always hear. And I think I'm crazy sometimes, but I hear that God needed him in heaven to protect us from things we can't see. OMG, he was so funny and goofy. Oh, absolutely, girl. He is really a fun, like, center of attention. He was very much the goof troop. I love that. I love it. That is so cute. Oh, I love it. When Candida said, "I hear that in my head," is what I meant. Yeah, oh, yeah, I knew what you meant. Like a voice. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, and, um, let's see. I was looking back at your other comments here. Um, oh, I know, and yep, just to have more time for the kids, right? For the kids to be able to know their father, and that's how, even with my mom, I just sit here and go, God, I wish she was here to experience me being a grandma for the first time. And she never got to really know JC, our youngest, who is 13 now. And she got to be, JC was born, and then um, so JC was 13, let's say JC was 14 months when my mom passed. So JC doesn't remember her. And that just kills me. It breaks my heart. And even my oldest kids, were fairly young, but they remember her. They have their memories. And for my mom to see where I'm at now with, where I'm at in my life with sharing my gifts, and finally opening myself up to my gifts, and doing the things that she would go and do. Like, my mom would go, and she loved watching, like, John Edwards and Sylvia Brown, and, like, all the other mediums out there. And I know my mom would be out in the crowd just beaming, just like I would love to. And I feel her, don't get me wrong, but the human side wants them here and wants them to, you know, be present, and we can feel them physically. But that's where we have to open ourselves up to the energy, to our faith, to knowing that they are with us. And that's why I love what I do, and sharing these messages and my gifts, and these free readings, because so many people just don't. They struggle with that. So if you have those moments of, just little bits of the signs, the symbols, the dreams, whatever it is, don't take that for granted, and just don't assume that everybody does, because I'm telling you, everybody does, but not everybody is open to it, or not everybody is recognizing it, and that breaks my heart, because they really struggle with grief, and the loss. And I think that's what gives us the comfort is, when we lose someone, is that, oh man, I'm getting these signs, and there's no way this would happen, right? Unless they were, still here and they were in spirit. And I mean, just like tonight, there's no way that I would know the stuff that's coming in. There's no way. I mean, this is why I'm like, please, when I ask your loved ones on the other side to come in, give me specific validations. I want names, I want numbers, I want visions, I want, and I don't want them coming through and saying, I'm a butterfly, I'm a dragonfly, I leave feathers, I leave coins, because guess what? Almost all of us connect with that sign with someone. We all just do. It's a very, very common, and it's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I connect with dragonflies with my mom, and then my dad is butterflies, but to give you the comfort and the validation, that's when I'm like, all right, give me something more. Tell me more, right? So, let's see. Candida said, my daughter was 9 days away from being 2, and my son was 5, almost 6. Oh, so they're so little. They were so little, and just this is where we have to keep the memory alive. Showing pictures and videos, and letting them hear the voice. And kids are very, very clairvoyant and very gifted at a young age. Until about the age of 5 or 6, they really stop. You know, Unfortunately, they're they're pure souls, in a sense. They're gifts that they have, with being able to hear and feel and see, kind of ends up being, unfortunately, muddied because of society and friends in school, and but it's why I say that, it's so, in my opinion, it's so beautiful and so important that you express to your children that when they come to you and they say, um, they have an imaginary friend, or they're laughing or giggling or pointing up at something, and you're like, oh yeah, that I always say, just, ask them, well, what does he look like, or she, or, are they wearing something? What's their name? Can you smell anything? These kinds of things will really help for children to know that it's okay, that they are, well, number one, that they're okay to share this stuff without being told you're crazy, or that it's just your imagination. And then, some kids, they they don't want to hear that, because they really truly are channeling, and then someone tells them that, and then they're like, oh, okay, and it's just my imagination, and and then they unfortunately unintentionally mute it, so or block it. So I just say, support those things. I always say, encourage and don't discourage when you have children that are very gifted. Please, please, please. um let's see. Oh, Candida said, yes, I bought recordable buttons that people usually buy to teach their pets to talk, and I recorded his voice text that he and I had exchanged back and forth on them, and put them on the wall with all his pictures, and whenever they want to hear. Oh my gosh, girl, you're gonna make me cry. Whenever they want to hear his voice, they run up there and they push the button, and oh my gosh. Okay, here's another very interesting um here's another very interesting and beautiful sign. I very rarely talk about these kinds of things, about keeping their memory alive, like very specific, like especially when I said their voices. I usually don't say that, but I had a feeling I needed to tell you that your husband, is very connected to the kids and his voice. So, oh, I think that is so good, my friend. Oh, my heart. That's beautiful. It's so amazing. Um, let's see here. I was just looking back to see um, where I swear there was something, comment that I missed. Let's see. Hi, Jackie. I'm doing good, hon. It's pouring in Florida, huh? Girl, it's been raining here too in Utah a little bit. Not like, not too much, but we've had a little bit of a storm. But from what I hear, when we go to Gettysburg next week, that it's going to be another humid visit. And last year it was like 90s and then 90% humidity. Eh. I'm a dry heat kind of girl. I can't do the humidity. Oh my gosh. So I don't know how you're doing it, Jackie. I can't do humidity. I'm glad you stopped by to say hi. I love it, hun. I want to do this for you, Candida. So I'm gonna, because your hubby is so adamant that, again, this is what I love, when the spirit it draws me towards these talking to heaven cards. And these cards are wonderful. And I don't know if drink lots of water. Girl, I'm working on it. Believe me. I'm doing it now. I was told drink lots of water now before we go, and then drink lots of water while there. And you guys will be so proud of me. I have done so good without having soda. I've lost 5 pounds, and that's from stopping soda. I mean, and I don't have like that bloaty belly that I feel like kept getting from soda. And then I thought, okay, I'm gonna buckle down and drink the water. And then I had a soda, a little bit of one today, and not gonna lie, it made me feel icky. So kind of like, oh, all right, well, I'm proud of myself. I haven't had like literally a soda in a week or 2 weeks. Like, I mean, yes, I broke down and had one, but it was just a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, no soda. No soda. Oh, Kylie, I love you. I love it. Thank you. I try. I'm trying, telling you. Okay, let's see here. I was looking at, oh, Candida said, OMG, Oklahoma is so humid right now. Just looking out the window. Oh, seriously, I don't know how people do the humidity. I just, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm drinking grapefruit soda, Jackie. Do as I say, not as I do. Right? Oh, girl, you know what? I always say, though, I don't drink anymore. I don't do drugs. I mean, if you consider pot drugs, then okay, I guess I do. But I don't smoke pot. I just once in a while I have to have a gummy because of my fibro and autoimmune deficiencies. Good Lord, it's getting late. Autoimmune deficiencies and things like that. I can't sleep. But other than that, I'm like, my only vice is or was my Coke, or my cherry Pepsi. So, but I don't drink alcohol anymore. And so, there's nothing. I'm like, all right. So, but it wasn't good for my health, especially because with fibro, you shouldn't be drinking soda or you shouldn't have caffeine. But good and God, don't take my caffeine away from me. I will turn you'll see the other Gemini. Oh, Brittany said you should try Olipop's or Poppy's. I've heard about that alternative soda. I haven't tried it yet, but I saw some, I think it was just yesterday at Lee's Market, and I thought maybe I should try those. They're a little pricey, but I guess anything that's good for you is, right. I mean, that's just how it is. Everything that is not good for you is cheap to eat or drink, right? It's just how, stupid things are. But okay. All right. So, Miss Candida, I need one number between 1 and 44. And so I can pull one of these beautiful Talking to Heaven cards for you. Okay. Brittany said they have probiotics in them. Yeah, I take every morning I take a good God. I promise I am not drunk. I'm just tired. Prebiotic, probiotic, postbiotic. It's all in one pill. And ever since I started taking that, I have noticed that I don't have like the menopause bloat that, I just turned 50 and it's like menopause hit like a freight train. I don't have the bloat like I was having. Not TMI, about, no TMI here, but we're going to share. Who cares? 11:30 at night. Who's up? I don't have a problem with pooping. So, which I did. It's getting better. So there's been lots of things that have been helping with taking the probiotic. And I've also been taking, my God, see, this is menopause brain. Collagen. I've been taking a collagen every day. So just kind of, yeah, been trying to do better with my health. They are better priced at Costco. Oh, good to know. I love Costco. Yeah, carbonation equals weight gain. It's absolutely. Hi, Leanne. You're up late, hun. Let's see. I was looking. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probiotics are so good for your belly. Let's see here. Leanne, my only vice is chocolate. Me too. Me too. Paul is a medical card holder. You go, girl. I love it. Medicinal is even better. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, Candida, 37. That was his age at death and my current age. Okay. Wow. All right. Let me and they oh, Kayla, you have the Talking to Heaven deck. I love it. This deck is just so beautiful and amazing. I had a client / friend of mine gift these to me. So sweet of her. And I have just loved these, I mean, since day one. So they are amazing. I think I need to, like your hubby's telling me I need to shuffle some more. Yes, sir. So let me mix these up a little bit more here. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. All right. 37. Okay. 37. All right, my dear. Oh my gosh. I love this deck. Every time that someone has pulled from this deck, every time the message has been just so perfect. I don't know if there is really a bad message in this book, or in this deck, but just everything just like is even more so. Let's see. Okay. Hang on. I'm trying to find it alphabetical. There we go. Okay. Okay. Weird. Well, not weird, but really cool. So I think she's still on. I'm surprised they didn't say, oh, wait, too much. um, I can't wait for you now to see this. But so Kayla, Kayla, are you still on, my friend? Our little organized chaos. Are you still on, hun? Because well, for one, this message I feel is for everybody tonight. Everybody. So, oh, good, you're on, hun. Okay. So this message is on page 29. I shit you not. I'm going to cover up the message because I don't know if you can see. Can you see 29 there? 29. Okay. So, and the 29 was like such a strong number in the very beginning, and we got the number 29. And then now this pops up on page 29, which it's like a beacon, like bright light in my face. And that's how I know that I need to connect this to someone else, if that makes sense. So, but even with that said, anyone else that's on, that this message is also for you. So isn't that crazy? All right. So for all of you, Candida, for you, Kayla, everyone else that this will resonate with, your loved one in spirit. Oh, son of a gun. I just noticed something. Hang on. Sorry. Squirrel. Wow. Okay. Now I'm going to cry. I'm going to show you. The message says, I am just a thought away. Look how beautiful. Sorry, guys. I'm like backwards, so I have to go like the opposite, and I'm just kind of really dirted her right now with it. But can you see the cute little dog sitting next to her? I am just a thought away. That sweet little dog, that fur baby there, is a Jack Russell Terrier, I can tell. And I had a Jack Russell Terrier for quite some time. Her name was Cinny. Her name was Cinnamon, but we called her Cinny. And she was, oh man, I'm getting choked up. She was my first ever fur baby that I had to put down. And she lived to be 17, 18 years old. And but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, how long they live or what the situation is. That, if you've had a fur baby before, I don't care what kind of fur baby, and and then you lose that fur baby. you understand what it's like to have that unconditional love. It's just amazing. I always say that we don't deserve them. We just don't. And but so grateful to have them in our life. And so I literally was just thinking, me personally, about Cindy not long ago, and we have two mini schnauzers now, and I mean they're our our children. So Leanne said, "Me too. Stop it." You did, Leanne. This is why we're friends. Kayla said, "So dang sweet. I love how simple and touching these cards." Oh yeah, maybe this card was for you. Just I love. Thank you. Oh my God, I love that. Well, and how funny it says, "I'm just a thought away," and I literally was just thinking of Cindy today. I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed that little stink. And it got to the end where she just had no quality of life, and it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And so I think you're right. This is for everybody. I love that. So Paula said, "My first grandchild was a fur baby." Oh, I love that. I love that. So it's like it's your what did someone tell me the other day? It's my fur grandbaby, or yeah, like my fur grandbaby or something like that. Oh, I love it. Okay. Oh, same back to you, Kayla. Big virtual hugs. Okay. All right. So Candida and Kayla and others, everyone else, this message is from your loved ones too. It says, "I'm just a thought away." It says, "I'm just a thought away. Please don't think of me as gone, because I'm not. I'm right here. Please don't think of heaven as up in the sky, because it's not. It's right here." Man, that is so true. "Yes, I am happily busy with learning and helping, but I'm also happily willing to be right by your side the moment that you need me. All of our former communication barriers have been lifted, and I now understand and hear you perfectly. I hear your thoughts, and please don't worry. I don't judge you or judge them or you for them. Or I don't judge them or you." That's a dang good thing, right? Isn't it scary? They hear our thoughts and we're like, oh shit. So please don't worry. I don't judge them or you. My heart is now completely open to compassion, and I understand and I love you like I never could before. That's why I'm with you the moment that you think of me. And how beautiful. And I just thought of this. So for you, Candida, you literally just had told me that you had thought, always thinking of your hubby, but you had asked him to please come here today and to please get my attention. And he did a great job of doing that. Beautiful job. And now just some of the words even in there, he said, and others said tonight to give some healing. And so to say, I'm just a thought away. And literally I tell people all the time, whenever they pop up in your head just randomly, we always kind of, we're always thinking of them, but something pops up in your head, and or something, maybe just a memory, that is their soul sitting there, standing there right next to you, right at that moment. And that is the energy. And that's what causes for these memories to pop up, or smells or tastes, or just like those feelings, right? So please, please, for everybody, don't question the signs and the symbols and the messages, and because it'll help you get through day by day by day. And I'm telling you, our loved ones on the other side, they want us to live. They want us to enjoy life, because they didn't get the chance to, or finish during this lifetime. And they want nothing more than to experience the things they didn't get the chance to experience. The only way they can do that is if you live for them, and they will live through your eyes. They'll be right there with you, enjoying every moment, every memory, every milestone. So please get up, get off the couch, get out of bed, quit the sad stuff and go enjoy life, enjoy the kids, the grandbabies, the family, whatever it may be. Go have a trip by yourself. I don't care. Just go and enjoy life and just know that they will be there and they'll let you know. I'm telling you, they never um, ever cease to amaze me. I mean, I had some very interesting experiences on my 50th birthday that I could not even like I sat there and just cried because I've never experienced some of the things I did. And I knew it was my parents. I knew it was my mom and dad. And it was just incredible. I mean, way more than just seeing a butterfly, dragonfly. I mean, these were very profound things. So and it's very hard for me to channel my family and, my loved ones. So for what I got, I'll take it. I'll take it. So um, I love it. Oh, Leanne, I'm so glad you were on just in time and you got that card. I know we talked a little bit about your anniversary of passing that you have. And so I hope that gave you some comfort, hun. Candida said, I've got a kitten lined up for my kids to get this week, and it's their first pet, and they are absolutely over the moon about it. Planning to get a dog next month. My son is so excited. He almost started crying. Oh, well, you know what? I know for a fact that even just pointing out that little puppy, in the picture, the cute little Jack Russell Terrier is just, it's support of your hubby, and it's also the validation that he knows this is coming and the excitement and he'll be right there. I'm telling you. Leanne said 4 years ago, yesterday, I lost my nephew. It hit me hard. Oh, I am so sorry, hon. Well, um, I am absolutely sending you all so much love and light and, positive energy and healing vibes and strength and whatever it is you need to get through and endure. And, um, you know, I say that everything we put out there comes right back. So try to keep it positive and share the love, share the light, but also know that when are having those moments of not such, light and love and happiness, it's okay. We're all human. We all, we need that in a moment of being in that space, but, be in the space, but just don't be there too long. Get yourself out. Like I said, your big girl panties on, or your big boy panties on, and go, what do they say? Carpe diem, right? Go seize the day. But all right, you guys. Well, I was going to read. Let's see. Kayla said, I've made it a point to stop, absorb, and recognize those little feelings and memories that pop up at the most random times has helped me so much. Deep breath and a quiet hold. Yep, absolutely. Yep, it is very healing. 100%, hun. And we need to do that so that we can heal. We'll grieve. You'll grieve until you're with your loved ones on the other side. That's just how it is. But you can. There is a time that you can heal, and never ever ever let anybody dictate how long that takes, whether it's a few weeks or whether it's forever until, maybe you never heal until you're on the other side. But, just know that, as long as you're in that process of healing and taking day by day and enjoying life as best as you can and living for them and not sitting in that space of too much, the heavy grief, then, it's a beautiful life. It really is. So, all right, you guys. Well, what a beautiful night, and just so many fun messages and beautiful messages and healing messages and crazy, issues in the beginning, but it all aligned beautifully with the right people, with the right messages. So I always say, it may not make sense now, but it will. So I tell people, even in readings, I'm like, all right, if it doesn't make sense now, just wait. I promise you later, it will all connect and you'll go, oh my gosh, yeah, I got it. I got it. So I never ever doubt anymore, even if it sounds so freaking bizarre. So I've had some doozies, but all right, you guys. Well, I just thank you for hanging out until almost midnight or 1 or 2 or wherever you are. But please go and go on the website if you want to book a reading, or see what events are coming up, get tickets. Redemption on Saturday. We're getting really close to being sold out, which is so fabulous. But I always hate having to turn people away at the door. So please don't wait if you want to come. And then I'll be in Gettysburg on Tuesday. I'll go live and I'll share some fun things. I'll, go on live and just kind of give you guys a little, kind of fun little quick little tour. And then also, my podcast Wednesday night next week, I'm going to go live from Gettysburg with my podcast. So that's going to be fun. We'll see how that, and I'll be at the Ghost City tours. That's where I'll be doing the pictures and the autographs and the readings and stuff. Is so fun. And so we'll go live, and my podcast is at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So it's a little later there. So it's actually going to work out perfect. But anyhow, I can't wait. We'll see what all comes out. But I hope to see you guys at one of my events, or at least on a Zoom maybe one time, or in person, better yet too. But either way, you guys have a beautiful night. Thank you for holding space and being here tonight with me and being patient with all the technical issues, but it all worked out beautifully. So I will see you guys next week in Gettysburg. I cannot wait. All right, guys. Much love. Bye.